What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Scholars, and today I want to go over 5 waiver wire pickups for Week 5 of the fantasy baseball season. Now, kicking off the list, we have Carlos Martinez. Carlos Martinez has been really good his past 2 games, and I'm like, is this a resurgence of Carlos Martinez? Now, the Cardinals, for whatever reason, can always fix starting pitching. It's so weird. Like, look at Wainwright. We're like, Wainwright's probably done, and then boom, he turns it around. Carlos Martinez last year, we're like, oh gosh, he looked really bad in the start of this season. We're like, is he done? And he's looked pretty good his last 2 games. He's been not getting a lot of strikeouts, but yesterday he went 8 innings against the Pirates, didn't give up any runs, and he looked pretty solid. He got the job done, and I think Carlos Martinez is going to have a really, really good bounce back season this year. Now, I would look at him in NL only formats for sure in deeper mixed leagues because he could be a really, really good option as a starter. Up next, we have another Cardinals player, Tyler O'Neill. He's 37% rostered, and he's got a lot of power. He's hitting 270, so he was injured, and now he's back, and he's been on fire. He's hitting 270 on the season. He has 5 home runs, and he's always had really good power. And I finally think that Tyler O'Neill is going to be a very, very solid outfielder if he can stay healthy, and he's going to really be in that Cardinals lineup on a daily basis. So I would really look at Tyler O'Neill again for NL only, and even mixed leagues, like even the shallow to deeper mixed leagues, I would really, really look at Tyler O'Neill because I think he's going to be a really, really good option this year, at least coming off your bench. Up next, we have Andrew Benintendi. He's 54% owned, and he's kicking it into gear with the Royals. Now, you have to remember, this guy was really, really good on the Red Sox his first couple seasons, and then kind of drifted off, and he was really bad last season. But he's a former top prospect. He's still super young, and he can get home runs. He can run. He can score a lot of runs. RBIs, so and he's going to play, like, all the time for the Royals. The Royals got him thinking, like, he's going to be playing all the time, and I like him as a really good bounce-back candidate this season. I would look for him in any league, honestly, in mixed leagues and in AL only formats. I would definitely look at Andrew Benintendi because he could become a very, very well-rounded good player this season. Up next, we have AJ Pollock. Now, yesterday, AJ Pollock drove in 8 runs. Yeah, he was just on fire against the Brewers, looked really good. And AJ Pollock's an interesting one because he's 33 years old, and you're like, is he going to take a step back? He gets injured a lot, but he's been a very, very solid hitter for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers are just like using him. They're like, okay, Bellinger's still hurt. Like, let's put in AJ Pollock, and he's doing work this season. He's looking really, really good. And I would look at him for NL only formats and deeper mixed leagues, though, because I just feel like the Dodgers have so many options. But right now, go after AJ Pollock because he is scorching hot and could get into a really big hot streak here because yesterday was just insane. But hopefully that's just not a fluke. And lastly, we have Alex KIRILLOFF. Now, he's a top prospect. He's ranked as like the 21st best prospect in all of baseball and number 2 on the Twins. He's only 23 years old, and you got to pick him up. You got to pick him up, you guys, because he is going to be very good this season throughout his career and the future of his career because he's a top prospect. In dynasty leagues, keeper leagues, definitely go for him because he's just got a lot of talent. In the minor leagues, he hit 317 in 3 seasons, 36 home runs. He does a little bit of everything. He's definitely a solid option for any league. If you guys have a really stacked team, then I'd be like, maybe you can't squeeze him onto your lineup, but I would definitely try to get him onto your lineup. Thank you all for watching. More content on the way.